Hello students, today we are going to learn about the cell wall and about nucleus and other cell organelles. So today we'll start the cell wall and then gradually we'll move on to the next parts. First we'll start with the cell wall. So in the word cell wall, cell तो is a cell, plant cell या animal cell, कोई भी cell हो, but cell wall is present only in animal cells, only in plant cells. It's present only in plant cells and in some fungal cells or in some fungi. ठीक है? Now the term wall, so wall मतलब हमारे घर का जो wall है, what it does, it protects us from the outer environment. It saves us from the outer environment. Similarly, the wall of the cell protects the inner contents or inner organelles of the cell from the exterior environment and also separates the inner contents of the cell from the exterior environment. Okay, so basically, so see, this is a typical structure of a plant cell, and in animal cell, cell wall is absent. In animal cell, the plasma membrane is the outer covering membrane, and the plasma membrane in case of animal cell separates the inner contents from the outer environment. But in case of plant cells, we have a typical cell wall. So cell wall, you see, this is the cell wall. जो डार्क ग्रीन पोर्शन है, दिस इज द सेल वॉल, एंड नेक्स्ट पोर्शन इज द प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. So cell wall is, it is one cell thick and it is non living. Non living क्यों बोलते हैं? Why we call the cell wall as non living? Because a cell, in order to be a living, or a cell organelle in order to be a living, it has to possess some criteria. ठीक है? एक सेल के कुछ पार्ट्स को हम लिविंग कब बोलेंगे? जब उनमें साइटोप्लाज्म होगा. फर्स्ट, लिविंग होने के लिए, एक सेल के किसी भी पार्ट्स को लिविंग होने के लिए उनमें क्या फर्स्ट क्या रहना पड़ेगा? साइटोप्लाज्म. साइटोप्लाज्म, ठीक है? और एंड व्हाट इट हैज टू बी, इट हैज टू इंक्लूड सम organelles or nucleus and such. But cell wall, it's only one membrane thick, only one layer thick, and there is no cytoplasm or nucleus or any other organelles present in the layer of the cell wall. So it's just a layer. हमारे घर का जो ब्रिक है वैसा ही समझो. इट्स नॉन लिविंग एंड इट इज मेड अप ऑफ सेलुलोज. सो सी, सेल वॉल, इट इज नॉन लिविंग and it's made up of cellulose. And what is cellulose? It is a carbohydrate. Okay, so see, cell wall is a tough non-living covering outside the plasma membrane, and it is outside the plasma membrane, next to the plasma membrane. ठीक है? It is found in plant and fungal cells. As I have already said, cell wall is absent in animal cells. It is mainly made up of cellulose and it is freely permeable. So there are differences. In case of plasma membrane, what we saw, प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन इज सिलेक्टिवली परमिएबल. जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन था, सिलेक्टिवली परमिएबल. That means it allowed only some substances to pass through the plasma membrane through diffusion in case of gases and through osmosis in case of liquid substances. बट जो सेल वॉल है इट इज फ्रीली परमिएबल. सेल वॉल इट्स फ्रीली permeable. That means any substances, be it solid or liquid, it can easily pass through the cell wall into the uh, inner side of the cell, into the cytoplasm of the cell and to the different organelles. Okay. So uh, the cell wall is made up of a complex carbohydrate known as cellulose, and it mainly provides structural strength to the plants. Cell wall mainly provides structural strength. अभी structural strength मतलब क्या है? So suppose this is a plant. Okay, it has to stand erect and straight. It has to withstand wind pressure. Okay, जब हवा आता है तब it moves to and fro, so it has to resist that pressure. उसमें उतना ताकत होना चाहिए कि वो हवा के जो बहाव है उसको रोक सके, विंड रेजिस्टेंस को या विंड ब्लो को वो झेल सके. दिस इज व्हाई द एनिमल सेल, the plant cell, the cell wall provides rigidity, उसको strength provide करता है, ठीक है, and gives definite shape to the plants. Okay. Next, functions of cell wall. First, it permits the plant cell to become turgid. So, inside the plant cell, almost the 60 to 50% of the plant cell is covered by this vacuole. Okay, this is the vacuole, and there are some structures inside the vacuoles also. Almost 40 to 50% inside a cell consists of the vacuole, and this vacuole is filled up with water. Okay, and it makes the cell to bulge out. ठीक है, उसको suppose you have a balloon, ठीक है, and you have filled it with air or water. There are water balloons also. तब क्या होगा? It will become hard to compress. उसको हम easily compress नहीं कर सकेंगे क्योंकि air भी होगा. Air is compressible, but it will liquid also compressible. But when without air, the balloon was just nothing. It was flat, and after air, it has swelled up. So this swelling up provides a definite structure, and it also provides turgidity. मतलब जो surface है balloon का उसको it becomes a bit difficult to compress. Okay, so in this way the cell wall permits the plant cell to become turgid. Okay, as water enters the vacuole through osmosis, the plant cell expands. Water can enter into the cell through the cell wall through osmosis, and osmosis is the process of movement of water molecules from a region of high water concentration to a region of low water concentration. So water will move through this cell wall into the vacuole, and for this water, the cell become turgid or hard or difficult to compress, and it gives a definite shape also to the cell. The cell wall has to be strong enough to resist this expansion, and so enables the cell to become turgid. अभी देखो, इस vacuole में water enter हो रहा है through cell wall से, तो जो cell wall है it has to be strong enough to resist or to bear the pressure which is exerted by the vacuole. अभी vacuole में water fill up होगा, the cell will swell up, the contents will spread throughout the cell. Okay, next the cell wall has to be strong enough to resist this expansion, otherwise the cell will burst and the contents of the cell will be expelled, and it may result in the death of the cell. Okay, so this is what one function it provides. The cell wall provides turgidity to the cell. Next, it determines the shape of a plain cell and prevents desiccation of cell. Any cell wall it provides एक प्लेन सेल का शेप कैसा होगा, इट्स डिपेंडेंट अपॉन द शेप ऑफ द सेल वॉल. ओके, एंड इट also prevents desiccation. Now what is desiccation? Desiccation means loss of water. As you know, plant loses water in the form of vapor. वो वेपर के फॉर्म में वाटर लॉस करता है थ्रू देयर स्टोमाटा. Stomata is a structure which is present in the leaf, and but with the presence of this cell wall, the plants radially they cannot lose water. It becomes difficult for a plant cell to lose water immediately or radially because there is a barrier between the outer environment and the vacuole which contains the water. So in this way the cell wall also prevents the cell to lose water, and losing of water is known as desiccation. So it cell wall prevents desiccation. It provides mechanical strength to support the cell. So as we know, the cell wall is provides turgidity to the cell. As it provides turgidity, so it also provides mechanical strength. एक strength provide करता है cell को to for its support. Next we have, it is freely permeable to water and substances in solution. So any substances, water and other soluble substances और other substances क्या हो सकते हैं, gaseous substances हो सकता है, because plant cell also प्लांट सेल में भी रेस्पिरेशन होता है, मतलब रिलीज ऑफ एनर्जी फ्रॉम फूड. ये जो फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस से प्लांट जो ग्लूकोज बना रहा है, देन ग्लूकोज हैज टू बी ब्रोकन डाउन बाय द ऑक्सीजन टू प्रोवाइड एनर्जी. और वो ऑक्सीजन सेल के अंदर कहाँ से आ रहा है, थ्रू डिफ्यूजन. ओके, थ्रू दिस सेल वॉल से ही उसको गुजरना पड़ेगा. देन रेस्पिरेशन होने के बाद जो वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स बन रहे हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, वाटर, इट दिस वेस्ट सब्सटेंसेस आल्सो हैज टू कम आउट थ्रू दिस सेल वॉल ओनली इन केस ऑफ प्लांट सेल. ठीक है, इन केस ऑफ एनिमल सेल ओनली इट हैज टू क्रॉस ए प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन, बट इन केस ऑफ प्लांट सेल इट हैज टू द सब्सटेंसेस फॉर any substances, water or gaseous substances, for moving in or out, it has to cross two barriers, one the cell wall and one is the plasma membrane. So the cell wall is freely permeable. Okay, जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन था वहां पे कुछ कुछ सब्सटेंसेस एंटर हो सकता था एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द सब्सटेंसेस कुड नॉट एंटर, बट सेल वॉल क्या करते हैं, नहीं, हम सबको अलाउ करेंगे सेल के अंदर जाने के लिए. ठीक है, so this is why the cell wall is freely permeable. So next one diagram you see, जो सेल हम देख रहे हैं, all cells it was a single cell, but ऐसा ही बहुत सारा सेल्स एक साथ कनेक्टेड रहता है. ठीक है, I think this diagram could not be downloaded here. Okay, I'm explaining you. Okay, let me find first. Okay, suppose this is a cell. Okay, this is the cell wall and this is another cell. This is the cell wall here. This is cell 1, plain cell. This is cell 2. So every cell of every plain cell is connected to one another through some outgrowths or projections of the cytoplasm, and these are some thin thread-like structures, and these thread-like structures, it arises from the cytoplasm. These thread-like structures are known as plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata. Okay, and through this, and this spore is known as pit. Okay, pit, and through this pit the cytoplasmic strands or thread-like structures, which are called plasmodesmata, it connects one cell, one plant cell with the other plant cell and maintains a continuity in between different cells. And these intercellular connections also allows the exchange of materials between the living contents. Intercellular connection, intercellular, from between cell to cell. इंटर मतलब सेल्स के अंदर, सेल्स के between the cells, the connection, this is why it is called the intercellular connection, and intercellular connection is maintained through this plasmodesmata, and it is essential for exchange of different materials between different cells. Okay, because all cells of our body needs to work in coordination. Okay, सभी एक साथ काम करना पड़ेगा, कुछ भी organs के cells. Okay, suppose the cells of heart. Okay, the cells of heart will form the tissues, and the tissues of heart may form different types of muscles. These muscles contract, rhythmic contraction of the heart, contract and expand, it makes a heartbeat. Okay, so this much was the function of the cell. Next one process is there, plasmolysis. Plasmolysis, it's very easy. First you see plasmolysis, यहाँ पे दो टर्म्स है, there are two terms, plasma, plasmo and lysis. Plasmo means plasma membrane, and जो lysis है breakdown. So it ultimately means breakdown of plasma membrane in a plant cell, or in animal cells also it can occur. But we'll study now in case of plant cell. Suppose this is a normal plant cell. Okay, this is the vacuole which contains water. Okay, now if we place this in a hypertonic solution, okay, if we place a plant cell in a hypertonic solution such as concentrated sugar or concentrated salt solution, these are what? Hypertonic solution. So hypertonic solutions कौन सा है? The solutions in which the amount of solute is more, that is a concentrated solution, and amount of water is less. So plasmolysis process में actually क्या होगा? Osmosis होगा, and osmosis is the movement of water. Now when we place a plant cell in a hypertonic solution or concentrated sugar or salt solution, then क्या होगा? The amount of water inside this vacuole is more than the amount of water in the solution in which it is placed. Okay, suppose now we have placed this cell Okay, suppose this is the cell, suppose. Okay, and this is the vacuole. Okay, and we have immersed it in a solution, suppose concentrated sugar or salt solution. Now through osmosis what will happen? Now first see amount of water inside the vacuole. Vacuole के अंदर water रहता है. Amount of water inside the vacuole is more than the amount of water in comparison to the concentrated sugar solution. Then what will happen? The water molecules will move out from this vacuole into the solution. But as you know, in osmosis is a two-way process. Water incoming भी होगा, outgoing भी होगा. But water will also enter. Some water will also enter. But the amount of water which will be moving out from the cell is more. अब देखो, इससे अगर वाटर, इस सारा वेकोल के अंदर वाटर था, एंड सो द नेट मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर इज फ्रॉम इनसाइड द वेकोल इनटू द सॉल्यूशन. अभी देखो वेकोल के अंदर से अगर सारा वाटर निकल जाएगा ऑस्मोसिस प्रोसेस से बाहर के सॉल्यूशन में, तब क्या होगा? ये तो सेल वाल ही रहा, ठीक है. तो देखो जब हमने इसको हाइपरटोनिक सॉल्यूशन में प्लेस किया, देन it gradually loses water from the vacuole, and this the plasma membrane, so this is the cell wall, ये बाहर का cell wall है, and this layer is the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane begins to shrink or contract from the cell wall. वो cell wall से separate होता जाता है, contract होता जाता है, and gradually what whole amount of water from the vacuole expels out or moves out by the process of osmosis into the hypertonic solution, and the plant cell ultimately shrinks. वो एकदम contract हो जाता है ऐसा, ठीक है. बस सेल वॉल इंटेक्ट ही रहेगा, सेल वॉल जैसा था वैसा ही रहेगा, लेकिन जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन है वो एकदम कंट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा. एंड दिस breakdown of the plasma membrane is known as plasmolysis. ओके, सेल वॉल पर कोई भी असर नहीं पड़ेगा क्योंकि सेल वॉल नॉन लिविंग है, ठीक है. असर कहां पे पड़ेगा? प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन पर, बिकॉज प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन इज लिविंग. ओके, सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट प्लाज्मोलाइसिस. नेक्स्ट वी हैव न्यूक्लियस. So first let us see the structure of nucleus. So see, this is the some other, yeah, first we'll see this one. This is the typical structure of a nucleus, and nucleus is present both in the plant cell as well as animal cell, and nucleus is called the brain of the cell. It is the father of the cell or guardian of the cell. जो हमारे घर में फादर या गार्जियन रहता है ना, बड़े पापा, और उन सब के डायरेक्शंस में ही हमें काम करना पड़ता है, वैसे ही एक सेल का, प्लांट या एनिमल सेल का बाप कौन है? न्यूक्लियस. द फादर और द ब्रेन ऑफ द सेल इज द न्यूक्लियस. ओके, एंड इट डायरेक्ट्स ईच एंड एवरी एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द न्यूक्लियर ऑफ द सेल. ओके, सेल में जितना भी मेटाबॉलिक एक्टिविटीज हो, रेस्पिरेशन हो, डिफ्यूजन हो, ऑस्मोसिस हो, सेल डिवीजन हो, रिप्रोडक्शन हो, एवरीथिंग इज अंडर द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. So let us first study the structure. The nucleus is a large centrally located spherical component. So it's nearly located. It's almost in plant cell it's near to the periphery, but in animal cell it's almost centrally located. So we can say it's almost centrally located in plant in a cell. So it is popularly called as the brain of the cell. I have already explained हमारा brain क्या काम करता है. Our brain gives us direction of what to do, how to do, okay, when to do. It gives us what signals, or it controls our different activities or movements. Okay, so likewise, nucleus controls different activities or movements in a cell. Now the structure, it is composed of a double layered covering called nuclear membrane. So न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन, और उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे, न्यूक्लियर एनवेलोप भी बोलेंगे. न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन और एनवेलोप, एंड इट इज ए 2 लेयर थिक. ठीक है, 2 लेयर है ऐसा. देखो, इट्स राउंड, द शेप ऑफ न्यूक्लियस इज ऑलमोस्ट स्फेरिकल एंड देयर आर 2 लेयर्स. ओके, 2 लेयर्ड न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन. Okay, it is composed of double layered. Okay, the nuclear envelope is connected to a system of membrane called the endoplasmic reticulum. Next, you see these endoplasmic reticulum के बारे में हम नेक्स्ट पढ़ेंगे न्यूक्लियस के बाद. सो द न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन के साथ कनेक्टेड रहता है एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, एंड एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम is also of 2 types, smooth endoplasmic reticulum and रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. जो रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम है उसमें ऐसा छोटे छोटे ये सब राउंड राउंड डॉट डॉट्स देख रहे हो ना, दीज आर रिबोसोम्स. Ribosomes. Okay, so you are seeing now like these structures and some dots are there. These are ribosomes. Okay, and due to the presence of the ribosomes, its surface looks rough. वो रफ सरफेस दिखते हैं, इसलिए उसका नाम हम बोलते हैं रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. सो दिस द न्यूक्लियर एनवेलप इज कनेक्टेड टू द रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. The nuclear envelope has numerous pores called the nuclear pores. So see, the nuclear envelope, the 2-layered nuclear envelope, it is not continuous, it has some gaps. Okay, it has some gaps, and these gaps are known as the nuclear pores. The liquid ground substance is the nucleoplasm. Just as in a cell, एक प्लांट या एनिमल सेल में जो सेल ऑर्गेनेल है वो कहाँ पर रहता है, इट्स एम्बेडेड इन द साइटोप्लाज्म, वो साइटोप्लाज्म में रहता है. ठीक है, ऐसे ही डिफरेंट सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स में कुछ कुछ जेली लाइक फ्लूइड सब्सटेंस होते हैं जिसको हम ग्राउंड सब्सटेंस बोलते हैं. ठीक है, सो न्यूक्लियस में भी जो दिस ब्लू कलर का जो सब्सटेंस है ना, जिसमें जो न्यूक्लियस का जो ऑल द अदर स्ट्रक्चर्स ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस दे रिमेन फ्लोटेड और रिमेन एम्बेडेड इन द दिस ग्राउंड सब्सटेंस, एंड दिस substance, this liquid substance is known as nucleoplasm. जब भी ये प्लाज्म वर्ड दिखेगा तब भी सोचना कि कुछ लिक्विड या फ्लूइड या जेली लाइक सब्सटेंस है. साइटोप्लाज्म, ओके, न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म. नेक्स्ट व्हाट, विद इन न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म द न्यूक्लियस एंड द क्रोमैटिन मटेरियल आर फाउंड. न्यूक्लियस के अंदर देयर इज अनदर राउंड स्फेरिकल स्ट्रक्चर, इट्स कॉल्ड द न्यूक्लियोलस, and another these coiled like structures. Okay, this is nucleolus, and there are some like these coiled like structures, highly coiled irregular structures. These are known as chromatin network or chromatin network, और chromatin network से ही during cell division, at the time of cell division, we'll see in the last part of this chapter, cell division. During cell division, these chromatin networks they condense, वो condense हो जाता है, and condense होने के बाद they form chromosomes. Like this chromosomes they form. Okay, they form like these chromosomes. ठीक है. Now nucleolus is a more or less round structure. It is the nucleolus is a round structure and it does not have any covering membrane. और nucleolus का कोई covering membrane नहीं है, it's free. उसका कोई ऐसा न्यूक्लियस की तरह जो मेम्ब्रेन था ऐसा कोई भी मेम्ब्रेन नहीं है इसमें. It is known as the factory of ribosomes, and nucleolus is known as the factory of ribosomes because the ribosomes are made from the nucleolus, or ribosomes are produced in the nucleolus. Ribosomes, and function of ribosomes is synthesis of protein or production of protein. वो सेल्स में प्रोटीन तैयार करते हैं. ठीक है. सो न्यूक्लियोलस में रिबोसोम्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं. रिबोसोम्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द न्यूक्लियस. न्यूक्लियोलस इज द साइट ऑफ रिबोसोम फॉर्मेशन. सो शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन में कम, न्यूक्लियोलस इज द साइट ऑफ रिबोसोम फॉर्मेशन. न्यूक्लियोलस में ही रिबोसोम जो है वो तैयार होते हैं. Next, chromatin is an entangled network of long thread-like structures. I've already said. It condenses to form chromosomes during cell division. और cell division के टाइम वो condense हो जाते हैं. वो उसका structures जो network structure है वो छोटे हो जाते हैं and it forms chromosomes. वो ऐसे chromosomes तैयार करते हैं. ठीक है. It is composed of DNA and proteins. See. So, this is the nucleus. During cell division, न्यूक्लियस के अंदर देखो जो क्रोमोसोम्स है वो ऐसा छोटा छोटा पार्ट में दे सेपरेट आउट एंड इट्स कंपोज्ड ऑफ डीएनए एंड प्रोटीन्स. क्रोमोसोम्स में क्या होता है, डीएनए मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं और प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं. ठीक है. सो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डीएनए यू सी लाइक दिस डबल हेलिक्स स्ट्रक्चर, like this structure. Just see the structure. These are ये सब higher classes के चीजें हैं. Okay. Next, DNA का function क्या हम पढ़ेंगे. Next, chromosomes contain information for the inheritance of characters. Now, most important part, nucleus का most important part यही है, inheritance of characters. इनहेरिटेंस ऑफ ट्रेट्स भी बोलते हैं हम और कैरेक्टर्स भी बोलते हैं. सो जनरली ए ह्यूमन बेबी लुक्स लाइक इट्स पेरेंट, और एन एनिमल बेबी ऑल्सो लुक्स लाइक इट्स पेरेंट. एक डॉग का बच्चा डॉगी होगा, एक काऊ का बच्चा काऊ ही होगा, एक ह्यूमन बीइंग का बच्चा ह्यूमन बीइंग ही होगा. बट देन समटाइम्स हैव यू नोटिस्ड, कोई भी आपको बोलता है ना, यू लुक लाइक योर फादर, यू लुक लाइक योर मदर, यू हैव द कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ योर फादर मोर, यू हैव द कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ योर मदर मोर. सो दोज थिंग्स, हाउ द कैरेक्टर्स ऑफ पेरेंट्स दे आर ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम themselves to their daughters or sons, it is through the cell only, and it is through the chromosomes. और chromosomes में कहाँ पे जो information store होता है, that information is stored in the DNA molecule. Okay, और उसको बोलते हैं हम genetic code. Genetic code. And this genetic code is stored in the, and it's an information, and it's stored in the DNA molecule. Okay, and or एक part you have also sometimes heard no gene. ठीक है. So gene is a part of DNA. It is a part of DNA. It is a functional part of DNA. Functional part of DNA, and it is in the genes of the DNA where genetic code is stored. Gene is a part of DNA where genetic code or information is stored. ठीक है. And DNA is a part of chromosome. Chromosome is a part of nucleus. Nucleus is a part of a cell. This is why during reproduction, how these characters are transferred from parents to the offsprings. During reproduction, the male reproductive cell known as sperm, okay, and female sperm does not look like this, okay, and the female reproductive cell ovum, they unite together, fuse together to form the zygote. ठीक है? Now this, the genetic information or the genetic code of the father and the mother both will be combined during fertilization process, okay, and it will be transferred or fused in the zygote. And the zygote, a newborn baby develops from the zygote only. The zygote will develop into embryo, and embryo will develop into new baby. So thus what can we see? जो कैरेक्टर्स हमारे अंदर पेरेंट्स, फादर या मदर से आते हैं, वो कहाँ से आते हैं? वो सेल डिवीजन से ही आते हैं एंड सेल्स यूनाइट होने की वजह से आता है ड्यूरिंग सेल डिवीजन और ड्यूरिंग रिप्रोडक्शन. बट जो इंफॉर्मेशन होता है वो कहाँ पे स्टोर होता है? जो फादर का जो इंफॉर्मेशन होगा वो स्पर्म में इट विल बी stored in the sperm cells, in the DNA of the sperm cells, and information from mother, it will be stored in the DNA of the ovum, and it will unite to form zygote. This is why both the paternal and the maternal characters can be seen in a newborn baby. ठीक है? So next, functions of the nucleus. The nucleus controls all metabolic activities of the cell. I have already explained. It is the brain of the cell. It controls all metabolic activities of a cell. एक cell के अंदर जितना भी functions होगा, respiration हो, movement of molecules हो, movement of oxygen हो, diffusion of oxygen हो, या osmosis हो, all these things are regulated by the nucleus of the cell or under the direction of the nucleus. If the nucleus is removed, the protoplasm ultimately dries up and dies. जब न्यूक्लियस को हम रिमूव कर देंगे एक सेल से, दैट सेल विल ड्राई अप एंड द सेल अल्टीमेटली विल ड्राई, बिकॉज उसको डायरेक्ट करने के लिए कोई नहीं रहेगा. अगर न्यूक्लियस ही नहीं रहा तो इट कांट डू एनी फंक्शन बिकॉज इट्स डिपेंडेंट अपॉन द डायरेक्शंस ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. अगर न्यूक्लियस को ही हम रिमूव कर देंगे देन द अल्टीमेटली द प्रोटोप्लाज्म विल डाई, मतलब द साइटोप्लाज्म और जो न्यूक्लियस है या जो सेल ऑर्गेनेलिस है, दे विल ड्राई अप एंड द सेल विल बिकम डेड. न्यूक्लियस प्लेज एन इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन cellular reproduction. So I have already explained you, nucleus has important role in cellular reproduction because it is the genetic code is stored in the DNA of the nucleus. Okay, and DNA is a part of chromosome. It helps in the transmission of hereditary traits from parents to offsprings. Okay, how I have already explained how the nucleus helps in the transmission of paternal or maternal characters from the parents to the newborn child or newborn baby. Next we have cytoplasm. This is very easy. Cytoplasm, it is a ground substance in plant or animal cell. So cytoplasm, it is a fluid substance, fluid ground or jelly like. फ्लूइड सब्सटेंस, ग्राउंड सब्सटेंस भी बोल सकते हैं और जेली लाइक सब्सटेंस भी हम बोल सकते हैं. ठीक है? So this cytoplasm is present. It is the it covers the entire part of a cell, of plant cell हो या animal cell हो. Okay, जो ये ग्रीन कलर है ना, इट्स शोइंग द cytoplasm only. Here in case of animal cell, you see it's gone. In case of animal cell, this part, okay, this is the cytoplasm, and in the cytoplasm all other organelles, जितना भी cell organelles है, न्यूक्लियस, एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, ठीक है, लाइसोसोम, गोल्गी apparatus, वेक्यूल, प्लास्टिड्स, ये सब उसमें एम्बेडेड रहते हैं और उसमें फ्लोटेड रहते हैं साइटोप्लाज्म में, ठीक है. So the part of the cell which occurs between the plasma membrane and the nuclear envelope is called the cytoplasm. But more distinctly, what can we say? The part which is present, the part of the cell, suppose this is a cell, this is the nucleus, and the part of the cell which is present in between the plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane and the nucleus, and okay, so which part between plasma, this is the plasma membrane, and between the nuclear membrane as the and the plasma membrane, so this part we call the cytoplasm. Okay, it is the fluid content present inside the plasma membrane. As I have already said, it is a fluid or jelly like substance between the plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane or the nucleus. The inner granular mass of the cytoplasm is often called endoplasm, while the outer clearer layer is called ectoplasm. It's not shown here. I'm saying, see, cytoplasm के भी there are two forms. One is clearer and one is granule-like. So वो अंदर की तरफ रहेगा. It's inner to the or away from the plasma membrane. So there will be some small granule like structures, okay, dot like structures. So these will be called endoplasm, and outer close to the plasma membrane there will be, वो clear रहेगा, ऐसा उसमें such कुछ नहीं रहेगा, as this is a fluid like substance, and that we call the ectoplasm. Okay, some are granule like, which occurs almost in the middle or inner portion of a cell, and one will be clear, and this will be in the periphery or near to the boundary of a cell or near to the plasma membrane, that we call the ectoplasm. The cytoplasm consists of an aqueous ground substance, the cytosol, containing a variety of cell organelles and other inclusions such as insoluble waste and storage products. So this cytoplasm, it is actually a sol. And what is sol? साइटोसोल. जो साइटोप्लाज्म है उसको साइटोप्लाज्म जो एक्वस जो सब्सटेंस है साइटोप्लाज्म का जो फ्लूइड पार्ट है, we call it as cytosol, and it is actually a sol. And what is a sol? It is a colloid. colloid कैसे बनता है? solid in liquid. okay, example blood भी एक colloid है, ठीक है. ink भी colloid है. so cytosol, it is a colloid, it is a aqueous ground substance, and it is in this cytosol only or cytoplasm only where different types of जितने भी cytoplasmic organelles है cells और cells के अंदर जितने भी structures है, they are suspended or they are embedded or they remain floated in the cytoplasm. okay, and it is in the cytoplasm only where gaseous exchanges occurs through the cytoplasm only. Exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen occurs through this cytoplasm only, and this cytoplasm जो respiration होने के बाद we know in respiration what the glucose is broken down to form carbon dioxide, water and energy. Energy will be consumed by the cell, water will also some amount of will be consumed by the cell, and some amount will be lost as some amount will be lost through evaporation. जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है, it will also be lost through the stomata, and those waste substances such as water and carbon dioxide, they remain in the cytoplasm itself. okay, And storage products does starch glycogen. We know storage product in a plant produces glucose, okay, but through photosynthesis. बट वो जितना ग्लूकोज एक बार में प्रोड्यूस करेगा फोटोसिंथेसिस प्रोसेस में, सभी वो एक ही बार में यूटिलाइज नहीं करेगा. सम they will store for future use, and this store in the form of starch or glycogen. ठीक है. And these things, these are stored in the cytoplasm. वो साइटोप्लाज्म में स्टोर रहता है, और सेल को जब खाना चाहिए या फूड चाहिए, वो स्टार्च को फिर से ग्लूकोज में ब्रेक डाउन करेगा, एंड इट विल obtain energy again through respiration. Then functions. It helps in the exchange of materials between cell organelles. Exchange of different cell organelles, they also require definite amount of food, definite amount of, they also require oxygen. Okay, इनमें भी oxygen चाहिए, क्योंकि suppose example in mitochondria, जो respiration process होता है, that occurs, glycolysis that occurs in the cytoplasm, and next breakdown process, it occurs in the mitochondria, where oxygen is needed, and that oxygen also, first oxygen, so it will move through the plasma membrane, and then after reaching the plasma membrane, it will reach the cytoplasm, and then through cytoplasm it will reach the mitochondria. So in this way, other gaseous substances, food materials, this also, it's transported between different organelles through the cytoplasm. Okay. जस्ट हमारे बॉडी में, बॉडी के अंदर जैसे ब्लड से सभी सब्सटेंस ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है, सेम सेल के अंदर साइटोप्लाज्म से ही सारे सब्सटेंसेस ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है बिटवीन डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनेल्स. Cytosol acts as the storehouse of vital chemicals such as amino acid, glucose, vitamins and ions. Okay, so cytosol जो है, the liquid part of the cytoplasm, it contains vital chemicals such as amino acids रहता है उनमें, then glucose, I have already explained, जो glucose plants बनाता है through photosynthesis, that's stored in the cytoplasm only. Some vitamins and ions, those are also stored in the cytosol, or the liquid part of the cytoplasm. It is a site of certain metabolic pathways such as glycolysis. Okay, साइटोप्लाज्म में क्या होता है, ग्लाइकोलाइसिस होता है, मतलब ड्यूरिंग रेस्पिरेशन ग्लूकोज इज ब्रेक डाउन टू प्रोड्यूस एनर्जी, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर, एंड दिस breakdown process of glucose into energy, it occurs in the cytoplasm, and this process of breaking down of glucose is known as glycolysis. Glyco means glucose and lysis means breakdown of glucose. Okay, next you have we have cell organelles. First we have endoplasmic reticulum. These are ribosomes. Okay, next you see we have cell organelles. So different what are the cell organelles? Different structures present inside the cell. We'll study one by one, such as nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplast. And different cell organelles has different functions. This is why I have already told you now, a cell has division of labor inside it. मतलब सेल के अंदर ही बहुत सारे लेबर्स है जो बहुत सारे काम करते हैं. सपोज जो न्यूक्लियस है वो डायरेक्ट करता है, तुम ऐसे काम करो, तुम ऐसे काम करो. इट डायरेक्ट्स द डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनेल्स ऑफ द सेल. दैट माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, it stores energy in the form of ATP, वहाँ पे एनर्जी स्टोर होता है, रेस्पिरेशन प्रोसेस होता है वहाँ पे। देन लाइसोसोम क्या करता है, वो डाइजेस्टिव जूस सेक्रेट करता है, ताकि जो सेल्स में जो वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स बन रहा है, इट कैन रिमूव दोस वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स। एंड अदर सच ऑर्गेनेल्स सच एज endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is producing some are producing proteins, some are producing lipids, cholesterols. Ribosome, it is producing proteins. Then Golgi apparatus, they are storage houses of the cell. वहाँ पे different types of substances store होता है. So like this we can say different organelles of a cell, they perform different functions. This is why we can say there is division of labor inside a cell. Okay, so first we have endoplasmic reticulum. So see, it is of two types. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, I am writing short form, जिसको हम SER भी बोलते हैं, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and one is rough endoplasmic reticulum, RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. So first, smooth and rough, how we'll define it, you see. Endoplasmic reticulum is seen in section. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum, जो न्यूक्लियस से जुड़ा हुआ होता है. The endoplasmic we have seen, see, it's connected to the nucleus through and this is the endoplasmic reticulum, and this is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why we call this as rough endoplasmic reticulum? Because इनके surfaces में क्या होता है, ribosomes होते हैं. So see these structures like this, yeah, like these structures, no? So some dot-like structures are there. These are known as ribosomes. ठीक है? So due to presence of ribosomes, they are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, let us see systematically. Inside the cell there exists a membranous network enclosing a fluid-filled lumen which almost fills up the intercellular cavity. An endoplasmic reticulum fills up almost a major part of any cell. It fills up, see, almost a major part of a plant or an animal cell. ठीक है? This is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and at one end endoplasmic reticulum is connected to the outer membrane of the nucleus and other end to the plasma membrane. So at one end endoplasmic reticulum is connected to the outer membrane of nucleus, that is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. और एक हिस्से में क्या होगा, one end is, it is near to the plasma membrane and it is connected to the plasma membrane of the cell, and it is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So confuse मत होना. Endoplasmic reticulum is of two types. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, जो कि न्यूक्लियस से जुड़ा हुआ रहता है, न्यूक्लियस के साथ कनेक्टेड रहता है, जिनमें रिबोसोम्स होते हैं, जिसके सरफेसेस में रिबोसोम्स होते हैं, इसीलिए हम उनको रफ endoplasmic reticulum बोलते हैं, because their surface becomes rough due to the presence of ribosomes. Next, beyond or with the rough endoplasmic reticulum के बाद जो है, that is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This one is the structure and it's connected to the plasma membrane. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कोई भी रिबोसोम्स नहीं होता है, इनका सरफेस जो है वो स्मूथ रहता है. ठीक है, स्मूथ सरफेस होने की वजह से इनका नाम है स्मूथ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. नाउ सी सम स्ट्रक्चर्स. जो रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम बनता है, दैट इज फॉर्म्ड ऑफ सिस्टर्नी. ये जो ये सब जो स्ट्रक्चर्स है, दीज आर नोन एज द सिस्टर्नी, वेयर these things are present where ribosomes are connected, And the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it is made up of vesicles and tubules. As we have seen here, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, some tube-like structures and some round structures we have seen now. These are the vesicles and tubules. Next, function. First function, it forms a supporting skeletal framework of the cell. So as we have seen, an endoplasmic reticulum almost covers the entire part of a cell. So it acts as skeleton. वो skeleton की तरह काम करता है in a cell, and it provides strength and support to a cell. Endoplasmic reticulum provides a pathway for distribution of nuclear material from one cell to another. So nucleus से जो information जा रहा है, the information which is transported from nucleus from one cell to another, एक सेल से दूसरे सेल तक न्यूक्लियस कैसे इंफॉर्मेशन पहुंचाता है थ्रू द एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. सो एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम इट प्रोवाइड्स ए पाथवे, मतलब वो एक पाथ तैयार करके देता है न्यूक्लियस को क्या करने के लिए, इंफॉर्मेशन ट्रांसमिट करने के लिए एक सेल से दूसरे सेल तक. ठीक है. Certain enzymes present in smooth endoplasmic reticulum synthesizes fats, lipids, steroids and cholesterol. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum में कुछ enzymes होते हैं. Certain enzymes are present and they synthesize or they produce what? Fats. Fat वो क्या produce करता है? Fat produce करता है. Fat, steroids and cholesterol. फैट या उसको हम लिपिड भी बोल सकते हैं. लिपिड एंड फैट, दीज आर द सेम थिंग्स. एंड स्टेरॉइड्स आर हार्मोन्स, एंड हार्मोन्स आर essential to regulate our different activities or different functioning of different organs. Then next, what is cholesterol? It is also a fat-like substance. Okay, the function of cholesterol, there are many functions of cholesterol in our body. One function is the formation of vitamin D. Another function is the formation of in the sperm formation also cholesterol takes a major role. So these substances, fat, steroids, cholesterol, these are synthesized by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next, rough endoplasmic reticulum is concerned with the transport of proteins which are synthesized by ribosomes on their surface. So see, the rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on their surface, and ribosomes का काम क्या होता है? प्रोटीन फॉर्मेशन करना, to form or synthesize proteins, and those proteins are transported within the cell or from one cell to another through this rough endoplasmic reticulum. एक सेल से दूसरे सेल तक प्रोटीन पहुंचाता है, या within the cell भी प्रोटीन पहुंचाता है with the help of दिस एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. रिबोसोम्स प्रोटीन तैयार कर रहे हैं एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम में, रफ एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम में. और एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम क्या कर रहा है? दीज आर चैनल लाइक सब्सटेंसेस. वो क्या करते हैं? जो प्रोटीन वो तैयार कर रहा है, इट ट्रांसपोर्ट्स विद इन द सेल और बिटवीन वन सेल टू अनदर. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum plays a crucial role in detoxification of poisons and drugs in liver cells of vertebrates. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum, what it does, it breaks down different types of suppose जो टॉक्सिक हमारे बॉडी के अंदर प्रोड्यूस होता है by taking different chemical foods, by taking different types of drugs, मतलब medicines, उसको ब्रेक डाउन करता है एंड इट डिटॉक्सिफाइज आवर बॉडी, हमारे बॉडी को पॉइजन फ्री करता है. ठीक है. एंड नेक्स्ट, endoplasmic reticulum gives mechanical support to the cells. As it is, we have already said, it acts as the skeleton of the cell and it also provides mechanical support देता है सेल को. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, लास्ट टॉपिक ऑफ टुडे, ribosomes. Ribosomes are very easy. सो रिबोसोम्स के बारे में हम ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं. So ribosomes are dense spherical granular particles which occur freely in the matrix. जो देखो एक चीज, see, let me find where is ribosome. Yeah. So ribosomes are dense, granular. They are granule-like substance, small granule, ball-like substance, small granule-like substance. They are dense, granule-like substances which occur freely in the matrix और साइटोसोल. मैट्रिक्स मतलब जो साइटोप्लाज्म है, ये साइटोसोल मतलब भी साइटोप्लाज्म है. आप ये मानकर चलो बिकॉज साइटोसोल इज द लिक्विड पार्ट ऑफ द साइटोप्लाज्म. सो रिबोसोम्स मे रिमेन फ्रीली इन द साइटोप्लाज्म और दे मे रिमेन अटैच्ड टू द एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम. दो तरह से रह सकता है, इधर वो फ्री रह सकता है साइटोप्लाज्म में और रिबोसोम्स के साथ अटैच्ड रह सकता है, और सॉरी एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम के साथ अटैच रह सकता है ऐसे, as we have learned just now. So chemically the major constituents of ribosome are ribonucleic acid and proteins. So ribosomes they are made up of ribonucleic acid, ribonucleic acid, or we can say RNA, and other what, yeah, and proteins. तो वो खुद ही बनाता है. So they are made up of ribosomes and proteins, and these are not bounded by any membrane. इसके बाहर कोई भी एक्स्ट्रा मेम्ब्रेन नहीं है. They are free. They freely remain in the cytoplasm or remain attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. So they are present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. जो primitive जो cells है prokaryotic cells, उनमें भी ribosomes होते हैं and eukaryotic cells में भी होते हैं. But mammalian RBC, mammals का जो रेड ब्लड सेल है, सच एज वी आर आल्सो मैमल्स, हमारा जो आरबीसी है, रेड ब्लड सेल है, वहां पे रिबोसोम एब्सेंट है. नो रिबोसोम्स आर प्रेजेंट इन आरबीसी सेल ऑफ ए मैमल. फंक्शन, रिबोसोम्स प्ले एन इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इन द सिंथेसिस ऑफ प्रोटीन्स. रिबोसोम्स का एक ही फंक्शन है, वो सेल के लिए प्रोटीन तैयार करते हैं. इट प्रिपेयर्स प्रोटीन फॉर द सेल. ओके, सो द रिबोसोम्स व्हिच ऑकर फ्रीली इन द साइटोप्लाज्म, वो भी प्रोटीन तैयार करेगा, और जो एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं वो भी प्रोटीन्स फॉर्म करेगा. ओके, सिंथेसाइज एक वर्ड हमें बहुत बार मिला है, सिंथेसाइज. सिंथेसाइज मतलब टू प्रोड्यूस. ओके, इन साइंस प्रोडक्शन हम नहीं बोलते, हम बोलते हैं सिंथेसाइज. ठीक है. So this much for today. In our next class we'll study the other cell organelles. Thank you. Have a good day.